I like Huda as a company, and I like Beauty Bakery. I love their whole campaign ideas. I just really wish companies would stop biting off of each other and just be honest. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Quisha, but I go by Unappreciated Beauty here on YouTube. Also, if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell. That way you never miss another upload from me. If you haven't followed me on my social media platforms, I'll leave everything down below or in this video. That way you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I will definitely follow you back. And in this video, I decided to do a get ready with me. It's going to be like a chit chatty type of video where we talk about the latest tea, and that is involving the beauty industry. If you guys would like to hear what I have to say about a few things and watch me do my makeup, let's get right into the video. Okay, so first I'm going to start with my primer. I'm going to start with my primer before I do my eyebrows. That way I can let it settle. I'll be using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I love this primer. It's one of my favorite primers, to be exact. Okay, so next I'm going to be doing my eyebrows, and I normally just use the Anastasia powder dip powder, what is it? Oh, brow powder duo, and I use a Morphe ankle brush to fill them in. The latest tea. As you all know, Huda Beauty has launched her setting powders, baking powders, and I'm going to purchase the setting powder and the foundation because I want to try them out. But the latest tea is that she kind of like copied off of a smaller brand. She's not really that small because I mean most of the beauty like bloggers, influencers know about this brand, but we all know Beauty Bakery is a black owned brand, and all of her products are centered around like cooking and, you know, making things look like how you would use in your kitchen, but as like face makeup. And their actual store, I haven't been, but it's really pretty in the inside. Kind of look like a bakery just full of makeup. She's one, well, not like a factory, but like, you know, just a nice little shop, you know, to enjoy makeup and test out makeup, things like that. Everyone knows Huda Beauty. She does the full filter and then the desert dusk and the rose gold, things like that. I thought she would at least come out with something to match the foundation. So the full filter foundation, primer, she even has brushes for them. But for the powder, she decided to call them like easy bake setting powders. And with her campaign design, she went with like her holding like, you know, her setting powders, but as if they were like cookies, and then all of them are named after like dessert, like cookies or something like that. Everyone was like, wow, why did you just rip off, you know, Beauty Bakery like that? Why didn't you come out with, you know, a different idea? What happened to the full filter idea? And it just went crazy. One day everyone just kept commenting and letting them know that Huda Beauty pretty much ripped them off of their campaign idea. For me, I actually like when brands, you know, name stuff after food, because it's actually, you know, if it matches the actual product, I guess it's like cute, or the packaging is cute, whatever. In my opinion, I do feel like she kind of ripped her off with the whole easy bake thing. I feel like Huda, she had the idea down, but like the way she went about it, it was just kind of sketchy. So everybody knows, you know, how it works when brands rip off brands. It's kind of like not even saying that she ripped her off, because anybody has, you know, anybody can come out with the same type of campaign centered around like easy bake oven or baking something. Because I mean, when translucent powders first came out, everyone was calling them baking powders anyway. And I remember Ben Nye was the first one everyone was talking about, and everybody was like, you know, trying to center around the whole bake idea. I get it, and like not a lot of people actually like to bake anymore, but it's still like where that idea came from, was baking underneath your eyes and like or setting your contour. I pulled it up on my phone because I wanted to see like what Beauty Bakery actually said, because everyone was like saying, oh, she handled it so nicely, whatever. So she actually made a post and it said, hey sweets, everyone's invited to the baking party, even Huda. And I feel like that was obviously shade. She even put her name in the post. And then the comment was like, to everyone who's adding us from her page, they were tagging Beauty Bakery under Huda Beauty's post. She said, always know there's enough cake for everyone. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. That's why we're better, not bitter. Sweet life. I get it. Like, you know, you can't really change it. She's already launched them. She's already had everything planned out for what she wants to do with her setting powders. But for the whole campaign, like Easy Bake thing, it just seemed like super last minute to me, because it was like everything matched, like the foundation, the brush, the primer, like everything matched her logo, the brand, how sleek it is. And then she comes out with Easy Bake translucent powders. Kind of makes sense when you think about it, because it's like, okay, that was random, but okay. But a lot of people notice that because there's so many smaller brands out there that are getting ripped off and no one says anything. It just continues to happen. I'd rather it happen. Actually, I'd rather see it happen. I'd rather people stick up for what they believe in, because even as like influencers or creators, bigger bloggers, they copy off of smaller bloggers copy off of bigger bloggers. So it's kind of like this back and forth thing that is either going to continue or it needs to stop. I feel like it's just going to continue. It's not going to change anything, but at least you know like where the idea came from, and at least people can respect Beauty Bakery and, you know, let her know like, hey, this company is not being honest. They're obviously copying off of you. Like, it all just, you know, it just seems kind of rushed on Huda's end. So I'm just gonna use this ColourPop concealer. Just gonna use this to clean up my brows a little bit. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, Huda hasn't said anything, but I mean, I don't think she will at the same time, because her product is already launched and, you know, everything's already said and done. I do feel like the whole like paper that they're putting in those translucent powders, I feel like those are like so unsanitary, because setting powder is already messy. So the fact that you added like this fabric on it, like, you know, as like the sifter, I don't like that idea. I think it's like very unsanitary. I hope it's not something that everyone's planning on doing, because I personally don't like it. And then she did copy like Maybelline's whole translucent powder packaging, because Maybelline is kind of the only ones who have that translucent powder packaging. But I guess if that's what she wanted to go for, then okay, because it would have looked even more obvious that she was ripping off Beauty Bakery. And I'm saying ripping off, but you guys know what I mean, like pretty much copying. But yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think about that? I just feel like it's reaching for the most part. It just doesn't make sense as to why she would not stick with the whole faux filter thing, because I actually like the faux filter, like the whole idea of her using that. I'm using a no filter concealer and I love it. And ColourPop released their no filter stuff after Huda had already launched her faux filter foundation. So theirs is called no filter and hers is faux filter. It's not too many, you know, things you can do in the beauty industry anyway, because so much is already done. For a bigger brand that has a lot of money, they can, you know, at least do something that's not pretty much copying off of somebody. This is an oldie but goodie. I'm just going to use the Becca Cosmetics foundation in the shade Tobacco. Yeah, and speaking of foundation, Jackie Aina helped curate some colors for Too Faced. With that, like, I'm glad that they did that, but it's like, why do you have to have a black girl on your team for you to realize like you need more diverse colors? Because that's what I was saying before. You can come out with an extended line, but can everyone use the shades in that line? Like, they don't actually have that on their team, so they had to reach out to Jackie Aina to do that. She was really excited, you could tell, but I just feel like it was kind of one of those things that was a letdown, like for the consumer eye, because it's like all it took was Jackie Aina for y'all to launch these products. And I'm glad that they are out there. I wasn't really messing with the whole Too Faced foundation, because the first time that I had actually tried it, I did not like it. On top of that, I had used caramel, and that was only like the most in between shade for my skin complexion, and it was horrible. The texture of it was not that, you know, it wasn't good at all, and it wasn't full coverage. I ordered the new foundation, so it should be arriving this week. But when I tried out the previous formula, I'm telling y'all, it's two different formulas. Some people might have a different formula than what they have out now, because the new formula is way thicker, and you can tell there's a lot more coverage, and you can tell they did something with the formula. So if you have the old formula, it's going to be around medium coverage. It's not going to be full coverage, but the new formula that they have now is full coverage. So I'm glad that Jackie Aina did that, but it is kind of a let down, you know, to know that they don't know how to curate or, you know, come up with these foundation shades when everyone else, it seems like they do their research and they get it right. That's just kind of weird to me. I'm proud of everything that's coming out, and, you know, people are getting that extended line out there, but we just need to make sure that the shades are the right shades for us, because there's nothing that we can do with a shade that's not our actual skin complexion. Right now I'm just using my MAC skin finish. I use the shade Medium Deep. This is what I use to mattify my foundations. Even if it is a matte foundation, I'll still go over it with a powder because I have really oily skin. Yeah, I don't think you can get that new shade Butterscotch in store, because I went to Ulta and they didn't have it. So I wonder if it's just at certain stores, or it's just gonna be like online shade. But I did swatch out Mocha, and it's like next to Butterscotch, and it's actually a good color as well for someone who's my skin tone. So if you're in between or you want to try both should work for you. Maybe one you can use for like your winter shade and one for your summer shade, I guess. Told y'all Becca is an oldie but goodie for real. Okay, I'm just gonna bronze up my skin. This is the Urban Decay Beached Bronzer. I literally just got this and I'm already hitting pan. And also, before I continue with this get ready with me, I just want to say, if anybody has lost a loved one and there's just a lot going on, a lot of stress, you know, struggle, bills, relationships, I just want to give a quick shout out to you guys for being so strong and, you know, trying to get through the rest of the year, the rest of the week, the rest of the day, because I know every day seems like it just gets harder and harder, especially with a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. I definitely have been a little shooken up by the justice for Junior. Another baby got hit by a car and they're seeking justice for their situation, and it's just a lot going on. And I feel like as long as you guys stay true to what you want to do, no matter what it is, as long as it's positive and it's gonna, you know, benefit you and your family, I would say, you know, keep sticking to it. Don't give up. Everything is easy. We all go through some type of struggle, but as long as you're on the right path, you'll be even closer to success. And I don't say it a lot, but I really am proud of, you know, where we have become in this world as people, because, you know, back then you didn't really notice when you were younger, but a lot of people, they're racist, they're rude, they don't have no care in the world, they go out killing people, and it's just, you know, always been that separation, but no one really said anything, you know, to die down the controversial things. But I just want to say to you guys, thank you for being so outspoken and doing things that you know that someone else can be inspired from, if that makes sense. A lot of people are venturing out on their own. They're just getting shit done. And I just really have a lot of respect for a lot of people, because I see everybody goes through the struggle, and not everybody is perfect. Everybody goes through something. So I just want to give a quick, like, little shout out to you, and also thank you guys for subscribing to my channel and watching my content. If you guys are sharing my videos, liking my videos, commenting, I do see everything, so I do thank you guys for that. And I just want you guys to keep praying, keep pushing, and keep working for what you want. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I'm gonna take this lighter color pop shade. I'm just going to use this as the base for my eyeshadow. And I'm kind of disappointed in ColourPop, because I was you know, gonna go ahead and try and buy all of these concealers. And when I got them, like, the shades that are online, they kind of really don't match the shade that you get in person. I feel like the undertones are very, very deep and they're very different than what I'm used to seeing in concealers. And that's not a bad thing because I do love ColourPop No Filter concealer, but I just wish that they would show like the actual concealer shades in a better lighting, because if I would have knew like I had 50 shades of pink concealer, then honey, I would have never purchased that. So that just kind of made me a little bit upset, and I was like, what is actually going on? And then I'm just going to use my Beauty Bakery flour powder to set my eyelids. If you're wondering how it looks, I always show how the product looks. That way you guys know how that way you guys know how the color looks. But I'm just going to prime. And I actually like this powder. It is a very thin formula, and it kind of does remind me of actual flour. It is not too translucent. It's not like, well, it's not too white like a white powder. It has a little tint of yellow to it. I feel like it's more versatile, so especially for people who like to mix their powders. And it's so subtle, like when you use it underneath your eyes, it makes your under eyes like so freaking soft. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collab palette. If you guys are unfamiliar with how this palette looks, I use it pretty often. You see I hit pan on one of these. I really love this palette because it is versatile. The shades are very pigmented, and that leads me to the next tea. This color right here. I love this color as a transition shade. The tea is Jaclyn Hill came out with a vault. She wanted to use the shades that she had left from this palette, this Jaclyn Hill palette, and so all the colors that she didn't get to use, she put in a vault that way she can use later. I don't know if you guys follow her or remember, but I think she did mention that there was a ton of shades that she had to choose from. These were the ones that she went with, and they set aside other shades. I don't know for sure if she said that they put them up, but a lot of people was making like accusations that she really didn't put those shades to the side. They just decided to come out with kind of like a better version of this palette, but like travel friendly, and incorporate all the things that they couldn't incorporate with this palette in the vault. The vault consists of 4 palettes that you can choose which eyeshadow looks you want to go through, or you know, if you just want one, they let you buy them separately. Now those palettes, they do have a lot of diverse shades in them, but a lot of people are saying that it's just another like money type of thing where they just want to put Jaclyn Hill's name on something to sell. In a sense, it's marketing, you know what I mean? If you want to keep people connected and, you know, keep these influencers popular, they know how it goes, you know? They want to put their name on something as well. She also has her own makeup line that's supposed to be coming out. So I think, you know, hey, it's making her money at least, and she has millions of followers that love her. So I feel like the tea could be true, but it also is just one of those things where you don't want to reach too far, because then stuff just starts to not make sense. Morphe decided to push back the dates because a lot of people received bad batches of the formula. A lot of reviews that I saw, they didn't say anything too bad. They did show you how the products worked, you know, without just saying, oh hey, this works, use it. At least they're actually using it and showing you how it works. People are saying that because they don't want to get kicked off PR or something like that, that beauty influencers are lying about the formula. A lot of people that actually went and got the vaults in Vegas, a lot of people actually have the vault, and now they're going to be getting sent new palettes because they pushed back the dates to reformulate. That's like them coming out with these palettes, they're ready to go, and then they go, hey, we're going to push back the date because not everybody is liking their palettes and we need to reformulate. So that means that you're going to take these pans out of the palette and pretty much destroy them and reformulate them. That didn't make sense to me. So that means that they only probably came out with a certain amount, so that if something like that did happen, it wouldn't be too hard to push back the dates and get some new batches out. People were saying before, because Jaclyn Hill did a collab with Becca Cosmetics and the same thing kind of happened. Everyone was getting like bad batches of the formula, and then she said that some people had good palettes, some people didn't, because she went with 2 different factories, or you know, the people that actually makes the product for her. That she can't control stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But if there's a real reason to what's going on, probably want to let people know, that way people won't be so on the fence about purchasing, or at least, you know, being rude about the situation. For me, I feel like when this palette launched, it was so different. You know, everyone else wants to come out with the same color schemes. Even Morphe themselves, they always do like the same neutral palettes. So it becomes overwhelming when you have some of the same shades just with different brands and different palettes. So for me, I didn't have any palettes that necessarily looked like this. So when this launched, hell yeah, I got it. I feel like most of the shades that Morphe curates, they kind of like, it's like, here's a brown, here's a lighter brown, here's a medium light brown, then a medium light brown, and then it just keeps going on, brown. It's just different shades of brown, and it's just getting a little bit weird and overwhelming as a consumer. So when she did launch the vault, I was like, there are a lot of shades that are not, of course, in here, that are in those vaults that, you know, could create a better eye look. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, it's what people like at the time. If this is what Jaclyn Hill likes, y'all know that she likes stuff like this. She wouldn't have released it if she didn't like it. Like, what? Like, what? What is the issue? I'm going to use this red. I'm going to use that ever so lightly. I'm going to use this shade right here. How do you guys feel about the Hooded Beauty situation? Do you think it's a big deal, or is like, you know, it's one of those, I see what you did there, like, I see you, just know I see you. I like both companies. Hooded is a little bit overpriced. I like Hooded as a company, and I like Beauty Bakery. I love their whole campaign ideas. I just really wish companies would stop biting off of each other and just be honest. This is the Super Fan Mascara, and this is by Smashbox. It makes your lashes look like falsies. Yeah, you guys will be seeing a review on the Too Faced Born This Way formula. Hopefully it works out, because I don't want to have to do another letdown review. Jaclyn Hill needs to hurry up and release that Vault palette, because I want it. I'm just going to finish it off with this color, I was about to say Color Plop. I meant Color Pop. We're just going to use Morphe, since we was talking about Morphe today. Alright guys, that is the finished look. That was the end of this video. Thank you guys for tuning in to a new segment on my channel, and I'm just going to call it the latest tea / get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the discussion for today, and like I said, leave your comments down below if you want to put your 2 cents in as well. There's plenty of room out there for everybody, and I guess we all need to try and get along anyway. But of course, there's always drama involved in the beauty industry, beauty community, for whatever reason. I am in no shape or form trying to discredit any company or any creator behind whatever product or brand. I am simply just giving my honest opinions or reviews in regards to what is going on. I'm a blogger / beauty guru, whatever you want to call it. And these companies need to realize that we are consumers as well. So, I mean, you can either take your bag of tea and drink it hot or cold, but that's just what it is. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before you leave. And I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye.